Alright. Greetings everybody, Coin here, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. You can call me any of those three things. And welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition with mods. We're on the Renegade path, and last time we just started, or maybe even fully finished, getting our first round of quests after the Saren arc on the Citadel. So this would be like your second or third visit to the Citadel. What am I trying to say? Yeah, this would be like your second or third visit to the Citadel, and you'd be meeting Helen Blake or a lot of others through here. Oh, hello, Rex. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing all right. It is currently 10:39 p.m. where I'm at, here on the East Coast, so I'm gonna be quite quiet compared to normal. I've adjusted audio levels, so hopefully I'm not too terribly loud. I've also adjusted the game's volume. Please let me know what you think. Hopefully it isn't so quiet that it isn't so quiet that you practically can't hear anything. If so, I'll just adjust it up. That'll be fine. There's one quest in particular that I was having issues with after being a nice little scumbag on the Citadel, because that's what the Renegade Path is, folks. It's pure scumbaggery of the highest order, and okay, that one should be the lift for the tower, so that one there is to the wards, I think. It was the tracing the like artificial intelligence. There's an artificial intelligence that's hacked one of the bank servers. Is it this one? It's the elevator. It should get us there.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists.
For those who need like a reference point, you can check out my vanilla Paragon playthrough on my YouTube VODs channel, http://www.youtube.com/swirlingvortex09 capital VO capital DS. Videos on demand, like the real acronym. You can check that out, and oh, this is the signal source here.
Looks like whoever it was bounced the signal off a hidden relay. I'll trace the new signal.
Thank you, Caden. Thank you very much. Now we should be able to go back to the Presidium and start to figure that quest out.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another Profile in Courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the
I'll remind everyone here that while I don't exactly have the tags turned on, this is an LGBTQ friendly space, so don't get any bright ideas about chastising people for their romantic preferences. If you do, I'll shuttle you out the nearest airlock. I'm kidding, but I will probably ask you to stop, and if you don't, you get banned. Not a hard ask, folks. But I'm usually the community I've actually cultivated doesn't say these things. The most I've had to do is ban people for promoting like just random bot services or people threatening to hack others. Like, that's the most I've had to do. Oh, right, it's gotta be in, Mr. Barlavon's office? Barlavon, yeah. Why did I say Varlaban? It's Barlavan.
As best I can tell,
It's...
the receiver for the new signal is somewhere on the Presidium.
This quest might be a little bit of a doozy, folks. You may want to prepare yourselves. We already know what we're in here for. We gotta hack an AI, but this time we don't care about the casualties. The thing is just shutting that damn machine down. Hello, VI, AI.
This must be the signal's endpoint. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
Crap. I thought we were tracing credits, not hunting an AI.
You could simply walk away. However, given organic prejudice against AIs, I would be naive to trust you to leave peacefully. Hence my alignment of core systems to enable a self-destruct sequence.
Well,
If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
you're bluffing.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
You're dead.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Alright, and now we gotta move... Oh, nope, goodbye. So, we have to resume the last save. You can't move from that position. Your only course of action is to disarm the damn thing. And it blanks out your screen, so you know exactly what it is you're getting into. Hey, let's try this again.
This
Probability.
Yep.
Or not.
Detonation sequence.
Crap.
You could, hence, if you attempt to leave the air, if you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Let's find out more,
Where
I
is your
guess.
creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
You're dead.
I'll bet that
You
self-destruct...
may attempt. I will enjoy.
I'm not sure if that sequence is the same each time, but in the case that it is, I believe it is up, down, left in that order. We just saved a bunch of people. 1 second. So sorry about that. I had to sneeze. And because I had to sneeze, I tried to mute the mic. I was successful this time. I hope. I pressed the button and I didn't see anything move, but you never know. But, hey, we, managed to resolve that last little quest. If we go back and look over here, there isn't really anything left, and we've already resolved, finding the keepers. So, the most we have to do is, take our shit and leave. To excuse my French. Alright, Normandy, let's get it, let's go.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
By the way, if you want to be able to teleport into the Normandy like I do, check out the, I have, I think it's called MELE, mods, or MELE1 mods, something like that. I have a timer set to go off about 2 hours from now that will, take you guys to websites to where you could look at the mods I'm using. I'm using a particular one, modding guide for the Renegade playthroughs of each game. For the Paragade playthrough, I have a different mod list that a certain Herobrine, not a user, not Minecraft Herobrine, gifted me with, and I will be using that for the Paragade playthrough. Let's read these terminal messages before continuing, shall we? Message from unknown sender. I'm gonna, like, tilt myself and maybe try to, like, set this as far to the left as I can. There might not be any getting out of the boom lever. The microphone boom arm, there might not be any way to get that out of view, in which case I'm deeply sorry. Message from unknown sender. Normandy 6 has marked this as spam. Sorry matrons in your area. You won't believe the selection of desperate Asari babes that we got lined up for you. For all tastes and dispositions, whether you're a Turian officer with no time for something serious, a Hanar businessman looking for some tentacle candy, or just a pent-up Krogan wanting to relieve some stress with his crant. We got the Azure you need. Click here to chat to one within 500 light years now. Link blocked by spam filter. Thank you. Message from Helena Blake. Thank you for speaking with me, Commander Shepard. As discussed, please see below the coordinates of the red sand dealers. Mavigon, Han, Gemini Sigma, Jesus, K. Breathe coin, breathe. Cleansel, Dis, Hades, Gamma. Can your conscience really rest easy while these gangsters remain free to exploit people? Once you've dealt with them, come find me at Amaranthine Fortuna Horsehead Nebula for your reward. Kind regards, Helena Blake. I do have to click the OK here. Message from Gareth Zillagi. Hello, Spectre. The last known position that my brother was in Strenus in the Horsehead Head Nebula. His ship is registered as MSV Majesty, if that helps. Thank you. Kind regards, Gareth Zillagi. Okay, that took me a long time to get my mouth around. News bulletin from FCC News. Emily Wong reporting. Citadel traffic controllers asleep on the job. It's common knowledge on the Citadel that our traffic controllers are overworked and underpaid. But just how bad is it? Emily Wong reports. In the past century, the traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300%, but the resources made available to the traffic controllers has not measured up. From this reporter's inside source in the control room, one can clearly see an inverted correlation between the amount of hours a traffic controller has worked and their level of efficiency. One traffic controller, according to the meticulously documented source, stayed on duty for 26 hours, only taking a break when she could not have waited any longer. Her coworkers thought something had happened to her, but she had simply passed out from exhaustion. How can the Citadel Council let this go on? Are they aware of the level of stress these workers are under? This reporter isn't sure that they are, and urges every reader to write to their Citadel representative to urge them to look into this matter. More to come on this story. Message from Liara to Sony. Ooh. Okay, it's getting a little taxing to lead, so sorry, this is gonna come a little more into view now. My apologies. Hello, Commander. And, let me try to, like, just put that. Trying to, like, get... The camera's always an issue, really. It almost always is. Hello, Commander. I hope you don't mind me sending you a message like this. It may not be appropriate. I'm sure you have a lot of important business to take care of, and I wouldn't want to bother you, but I just learned that you've developed an interest in the works of Matriarch Dilanaga. I thought it would be worth informing you that I have copies of 4 of her writings. I'm sending them to you immediately. Those writings have had profound meaning and importance for the Asari, and deeply influenced our belief and philosophies. I could talk about this for days, but this is not the place. Of course, if you read them and want to share some thoughts, I would love to hear and discuss it. I apologize once again for bothering you with this. Liara. Hun, you are of no bother to me. Promise. Four of Dillanaga's writings? Yes, please. Alright, I believe we are now ready to get back out into the open world, or the open universe, as it were. Shall we? What should we do first? Maybe we should just... We definitely want to avoid... What am I trying to do? We definitely would like to avoid dealing with the main quests until it is time to do so. And hopefully we will have our pick of which one to start. Let's start with the missing... Actually, yeah, let's start with the missing person. I feel like that is more urgent. I felt the presence of a gnat on my nose. So much for being able to skip this. I tried. And really, I guess skipping it's kind of a bad idea, huh? Something about loading screens. Try to maybe yoink this down here and further
Commander,
forward.
urgent message from Alliance Command coming in. I'll patch it through.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett from Alliance Command. We've got a situation here, and you're the only one that can handle it.
Heard that before.
How come every time there's a problem, you end up running to me?
You're a Spectre, Shepard. And this isn't some run-of-the-mill mission.
Of course.
There's an Alliance training ground where we test weapons and technology in live-fire simulations. One of the VIs we use to simulate enemy tactics in the drills is no longer responding to our override commands. It's gone rogue.
Are you telling me this computer is thinking on its own?
We're not stupid, Shepard. This is a virtual intelligence, not a true AI. It's not self-aware, and it can't access any external systems. We didn't do anything illegal here. Virtual intelligence support is critical to our military success. VIs process thousands of status reports and react in nanoseconds. No human can do that. We need you to fight your way through the training ground of the VI core and manually disable it.
Was that the only option?
Can't you disable it remotely?
Our fail-safes aren't responding. The VI operates on a closed network. It can affect any external systems, but we don't have any direct access to its processes. We could bomb it from orbit, but the damage to the facility would be catastrophic. We'd prefer to have someone shut down the core. Someone like you. I know Spectres answer the Council, but you're still human. You're still part of the Alliance military, and right now we need you. The VI controls all the facility's weapons, drones, and automated defenses. You're the only one that can pull this off, Shepard. Good luck.
I opted not to pick a fight with Hackett there. I think most people would probably limit their belligerence to, like, lower end Mercs. Like I said, for those who don't know, my patrons and my subs at the time voted on this particular series of games, and one of the things they wanted to see was like what my take on Renegade is. And while I do want to do the detour of darkness, so to speak, I also don't want to stress my companions out and ruin relationships with them. That isn't my style. So instead I'm going for kind of a... It's Paragate in some places, I guess. Because, like, I'm still picking the same options. Or, like, similar options. As in the vanilla playthrough, although I'm trying my best to be more neutral about it. To at least show off some different dialogue. But, for quest rewards, I'm gonna be a little gutter snipe. For my friends, I'm gonna treat them well. I may be a little bit aloof, but I will make sure their needs get taken care of. That's pretty much my goal. That's my twist. To minimize the dickishness of to minimize the cost of dickishness in the Renegade path as much as I can. That's sort of my twist. What can I say? I'm a paragon at heart, truly. And even I have my limits. Before we zoom out, before we scan that, just gonna make sure the other planets don't also have scans. Or at the very least, none of the rest of them are ones we can land on. Luckily, we've all seen this already, so we can get to the meaningful content here. Today's corporately sponsored madness is brought to you by BioWare. Because at BioWare, we make compelling narratives and character-driven stories. And if you want Dragon Age to succeed, you too can go lobby your offices for fair severance wages at getalife.com. No, I'm joking. I was trying to pull a Greta Thunberg there. It didn't really work. Still, I have a lot of respect for BioWare's past works, but I don't like what they and their company are currently doing regarding the employee severance packages situation going on there. I don't like it. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and I was a pretty good, strong advocate for BioWare before. Hey, Liara. Nope. I forget that I'm the full biotic. So, like, I could do everything she can with the exception of, like, decryption and electronics. Tally it is. And as usual, we have things we cannot skip. Welcome to the icy cold. Warning. What's there a warning for? There's the abandoned camp. And there's the Merc camp over there. I guess let's head to the debris field first. That might be a warning due to, like a thresher maw that's sitting there. Hopefully the lighting on my face is good. I have tried shuffling it back to the very singular, non-overhead, or white light stand. There is the Thresher Maw, ready to smoke die. Gun really does not last long, does it? And thankfully this isn't the tentacled horror one either. One or two, oh, never mind. Here come the tentacles. Come on, get off my butt. And the net isn't helping either. Alright, you can stop the DS now. Really. Thank you, but there was only so much of that I was gonna take. Also, it appears the Thresher Maw is quite loud. I wish there was something I could more seriously do about that, but I can't. The game would literally be quiet except for the Thresher Maw. Because the Thresher Maw couldn't be recorded at a reasonable audio level, could it? Nope, back over. Oh, Probe, you were gonna be like this, weren't you? Thank you. Much appreciated. I appreciate your cooperation. What do we have? Intimidate as high as I can put it. Advanced warp. With only 2 points on the line? Not sure what to do about that. Probably... Let's try to build up Singularity then. I can't believe we're already level 22. We probably should, like, get her... Oh, right, we haven't even built up her, like, offense properly. Okay, first aid. 2 there, and then we'll put... 1 into hacking and 2 into damping. I think that sounds good. We'll have to make sure we keep all of our squad mates leveled up. And just remember to take off any relevant combat gear when the Vermeer incident happens. So hopefully everybody's enjoying the gameplay. I realize that we're already well on our way. We're well on our way to playing the second game, right? But, you know, I did tell my patrons and subs that since you asked for the chocolate playthrough, I'm gonna give that to you. And then the Paragate thing was something I came up with all on my own. I'm not trying to turn into a Mass Effect channel. I'm really not, but... You know, the Mass Effect series is one of the better story-driven RPGs out there. At least in my honest opinion, and my opinion means very little considering how easily impressed of a gamer I am. truly, as long as it's not like My Little Pony or something silly like that, and the game isn't obvious, like garbage, or it's kind of a get rich quick scheme, then I usually enjoy the game, given enough time. Let's activate this generator. There appears to be no one left at this camp. We've already read this. We can just activate it. Like I said, you want to see readings of all the text? Definitely check out the vanilla playthrough on my VODs channel. It's all recorded there. Absolutely all of it is recorded there. I believe it's something to the tune of like 16, 18 episodes. 3-4 hours each. So, you know, I would try to maybe use that as like a go to sleep playlist of sorts. That's kind of how most long stream VODs are for me anyway, because I tend to just fall asleep. It's not that they're snooze fest for me, but if I want something like, yes, I know it's going to be on for multiple hours and it's going to be there when I wake up, I usually put on a stream VOD or something. Let's recover these debris. Thank you very much. Just kind of moving back and forth until we get right over to the Merc camp. And thankfully, most planets are pretty easy to traverse with the Mako. You could take lots of quick little shortcuts on them. That's what I like about Mako, apart from its handling, which the handling is also improved. There's aren't infinite boosters, but I felt that the infinite boosters or infinite jump thrusters would have been really cheating. Like, it's one thing to ignore, say, maybe the... It's one thing to ignore the, you know, like the Omni-Gel costs on certain things. Like, yeah, that's cheating, but it's not the same level of cheating. You still have to walk and kill things on your way to the loot lockers. You still have to at least open the thing. Whereas with a Mako cheat, it's there right from the start. You do have to get to the missions involving the Mako, but that's nothing in a 10-minute romp. That's nothing. Like 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes won't get you. And then you could be well on your way to crushing it with the Mako. I don't like super cheaty things with the Mako. ME2, however, second verse, same as the first, but it's more complicated. Yeah, I'm a little more open to cheating with, like the, man, this beacon was a death trap. Well, shit. Just gonna be careful. Now let's knock out that one. Be careful so don't continually take, like, damaging fire to the face. Thank you. And thank you very much. So the beacon was a death trap. How quaint. And it really is a death trap too. Look, it's not even interactable afterwards. We can just get our ore and move on to our actual big task on this planet. So what do you think? I realize, or what do you guys think about the morale system in Mass Effect? I realize people are probably, and I am mostly glad that they've done away with it, but as polarizing as the morality system is, you at the very least we're given some compelling choices. Some things were really hard. Oh, frick. Some things were really quite difficult to make the opposing choice on. Like, obviously, who would actually just want to say F it to, like, Jenna's circumstances at the, at Cora's den?
You lead, I'll follow.
Who would actually be a bedfellow with Harkin, the pig, CSEC officer? Who wouldn't, who would actually sell out, human beings to the Reapers or the Geth? Who would chastise the Alliance military at every single opportunity, making you no friends in the process? If you know that the Alliance military is like the de facto face of human government, intergalactically speaking, you wouldn't want to bite your own. You wouldn't want to chop your own foot off, or, you know, snub your own nose. You wouldn't want to do that stuff. Most people would have a sense of self-preservation. That's probably the word I'm looking for. Is a sense of self-preservation. And the last one should be a turret over here. Alright, we got more level ups. I tell you, the Mako was the best way to get experience. I'm not kidding. Let's get advanced singularity, and then you guys can put points into useful stuff. We're gonna make a save. Otherwise, we're back at the Normandy, and that's not a good thing.
I'm on my way.
Let's head in here and finish up our business, shall we? What are we dealing with? Are we... Yep, I still got mine equipped.
Look out!
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you're coming over here. Barrier. Is Cade Malenko.
Charging up!
Singularity. You're getting a nice warp. Shield boost. Thank you very much. Lift, please. Yeah, I don't think so.
You must die!
Where are you? You're way over there?
Fire in the hole!
Okay. You're up there, are you? I guess we're gonna have to come over and, you know, bring the living specter of death in your direction. Hey, no offense, but you need to die.
You must die!
Hey, that's my line. Warp and overload and... No, actually, Sab overload. A nice triple tactics talent. Alright, let's go back and loot anything that's down here, and then we can continue about our business. We don't have a timer, so we're good to take our time here.
All targets down.
Thank you, Caden. Thank you very much for the rather obvious observation. And now let the mini-games commence. See, on this stuff, I have no problem. I have no problem at all with, you know, hacking lockers. Like, those are electronic devices. They make perfect sense. But now that I've actually had a good chance to experience the, like, cheat mod regarding the Omnigel for myself, I'm never hacking a mineral again. That makes no sense. Why would I hack a mineral? I think one of the mods I don't even think I have to use the cheat mod for that. I think one of the other ones straight up just removes any checks on minerals regarding hacking. Hacking a damn mineral makes no sense. Like, I don't mind like lock-picking mini games, but do it when it do that stuff when it makes sense, please. I can't imagine like lock-picking a magic trap or magic rune in, say, Skyrim. Like that's just lunacy to me. And one other nice thing is we don't literally open up the inventory container management for every container we open. Like that's not a thing either. I have a mod that shuts that off, and it's just great. And then he died. Frick. I was so close. Oh, gonna have to try again. Oh, and I was right there too. Just wait. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Get the first aid station. You've discovered the corpse of Captain Willem of the MSV Majesty. His stiff fingers are wrapped tightly around a small data pad. We're gonna take that data pad and we're gonna bring it back. If only it could vault over surfaces. That's a Mass Effect 3 features, that you can vault over certain surfaces a little bit more easily. You have like jank climbing in Mass Effect 1, where it's like, there's certain containers that you can climb up on, but there's virtually no benefit to doing this most of the time. Occasionally they'll stick a container up top one of those. Alright, we're done here. Normandy time. And then from here, it's the hostage. Nope, we have to take the thing back, right? Yep, we gotta return to the Citadel Tower and talk to Garroth. Makes sense. Let's make a new save. And we'll try to take different boys and girls with us this next time. What else? That's Novaria. Got the Rogue VI in the local cluster. Oh, that's Mars, right? That's Sol. Yep. Here in the local cluster. We gotta go to Mars and deal with the Rogue VI. I think we got our specialization too, so I'm curious to see what that is. I think we went with like a Sentinel themed specialization last time. Where's Pluto? That's right. I knew Pluto was here. Pluto's a planet, gosh darn it. And if anyone was thinking about I was about to swear in the Lord's name or use it in vain, I am not. My faith may be a little bit more nebulous these days, but I certainly don't wish to offend by saying the Lord's name in vain, and it's one of the most uncomfortable things ever. I don't like to do it. I hate it. Come on, we got the belt and everything. Oh, it's not Mars, it's Luna. It's the moon. Why did I think it was Mars? Just gonna... thankfully we can't scan these, because these are already pretty well piloted by man. To land on the moon, what I wouldn't give to experience that. I love knuckle dragging Caden with me on all my adventures, but this time I feel like we need to get in as much time with Ashley as possible, because she is the person that's going to be biting it this time on Vermeer. I still wish there was a way to save both Caden and Ashley right from the very beginning. It kind of stinks, but it's one of the most well-defined, like, choices in Mass Effect that you can make is choosing between these two. And it stinks. Even if you're fully renegade with both of these, and they both think you're an absolute ass, you still have to choose. What would have been equally as interesting is, let's say you do get like a rivalry with both of these, like the relationship is fully pushed in the other direction. If you could just like leave them both to their fate and they both die, that would be equally captivating. But I don't think there's a mod out there that does this. I know there's one that lets you save both Caden and Ashley, but the other one is not scripted to be there. So like, let's say you save Ashley, right? Because it's like the de facto person you go and save. Actually, I'm not sure if it's fully de facto. I'm fairly sure more people save Ashley than Caden, but you know, that's we have maybe what, 20, no, not quite 20, maybe closer to 15, 18 years of data. I don't know. I'm curious to see who saves whom more often, but let's grab Liara. Let's grab these lovely ladies and take them with us. And if we can't hack it for whatever reason, we can use Omnigel to open the locks on things. Heavy turrets, debris. Let's go to the debris field first, and hopefully some of the other stuff will show up later. And then after we take care of our business at Luna, it'll be about that time to take a break. And don't worry, I do plan on being in action well, in 10-ish hours from now. I do plan on it. I'll stay up this time if that's what I gotta do. And we'll have some good fun with Elix on YouTube. Hello, Probe. Let's salvage. Oh, we gotta like replace people. And these ladies are not spec'd whatsoever. Holy hell. Well, shit. Not sure what to say to that. Just wanting to get some of her skills up. And I'm mostly going to focus on keeping her skills like well tailored and well suited to the situation. Sure, this time we'll have you spec into sniper rifles just a little bit. And last point into soldier. Sure, that sounds fun. Liara, Han. Let's toggle them helmets. Throw. Actually, I have to be careful. Because if we don't get the electronics skill we need, that could be a problem. We want, at the very least, like electronics 10, I'd say. Something like that. And now let's try to get the points that we can get. And try to at least have singularity and stasis. Yep, just give me all the unlocks, please. And then, try to put some points here, some points here, some points there, and some points there. There. At least she has everything. Have I even equipped you ladies with gear? That is the squad screen. Yeah, it's what, medium armor you're wearing? Yeah, it's medium armor. Let's grab the heavy stuff. And as for your armor upgrade, we will put in the exoskeleton. And for you... I'll put on the... Oh, is... Nope, I'm looking at different armor. Go from 1s to 4s. I'm fine with this. As for your particular upgrade, we'll give you a stimulant pack. You could use it. And Miss Ashley, we're gonna make sure you're well equipped for the trials and tribulations ahead. Shield bypass, and damage, physics, force, heat absorption, weapon stability. Yeah, we can give you the hyper rail there. And we'll probably give you the Avenger 3. And for that, we'll put in the chemical rounds. And as for the stabilizer, we'll put in that. Sure, that seems fine. And then, Mr. Sony, you have yourself a... What's my Omni tool looking like in this situation? Oh, I don't have an Omni tool. I'm an idiot. Hey, Ashley, you're... wow, Liara. I can't speak. Words are hard. Today, for some strange reason. I'm fine giving her chemical rounds and, say, a heat sink of some sort. Sure, that's fine. Let's make some new saves, because we gotta make sure ladies are equipped. That they can handle the dangers ahead and it isn't just power spam central. It's the training ground. We gotta knock out the heavy turrets first. You could just go right to the training ground, but we gotta eliminate any chance of the VI simply getting it back up through the turrets. So, if there was anything you wanted to do in space, what would it be? Found a colony, explore new planets, or you know, do material synthesis. Which would it be? Well, material synthesis and, like, material sciences. Because ultimately everything converges on materials science. When you're dealing with unknown spatial environments like this one. Okay, it's our moon. And obviously it's like xenomaterial sciences when we're not dealing with Earth, but hopefully you get my point. You know, what would you rather be doing? And I guess there's always like expanding art too. I shouldn't forget the humanities, but when you're settling new planets, everything kind of tends to become a more advanced version of the basics until you get established. Me personally, I'd probably try to do materials research if I could. Like specifically biological materials research, but I would try to do it. Almost. Gotta mine the turret. Anything up here? No, I gotta level up. Let's try to go for some... Wait, why am I now suddenly getting 2 point? Oh, nope, it's... Right, why am I questioning things? Yeah, sure, more sniper rifles. Why not? Mass Effect is one of those games that in some of its settings, it's very easy to just kind of chill and relax to. Like with the Mako driving, for me, this is really relaxing stuff. I could just sit here in silence and drive through the planet terrain all day. Granted, my absolute favorite thing to do is like, you know, like speak to people. Especially in real life, that's one of the things that I really clamor to do on a daily basis is speak to people, but there's nothing like being able to go out on a good, nice, quiet drive with nothing but your own internal thoughts and just vegetate out a little bit, so to speak. That's 2 of them. And there's the last one. Now, shall we get to those training grounds? We'll go and step in and deal with the rogue VI and then be about our business. Hopefully we don't need electronics 12 or something crazy. Because I think we're at, what, 10? 3, 6, 9. We're at 9. Hopefully our electronic skill is good enough. If not, I can return with one of the I can return with either Tally or Caden to help finish this. Oh, just look at how easy those levels come. And I'm gonna move around while I let my gun cool back down. Any more turrets? No. Alright then. Don't worry, we have to go to all 3 buildings. Our decryption is seriously too low? Really? Really? Oh, that's electronics. I take that back. We actually do have to just straight up leave. We have to come back with, like, an actual technical specialist. I forgot how late this technically is, when you go deal with it. Hang on. I'd love to take the girls with me, but this just isn't the mission, I guess. Let's try this again with a more appropriate setup. I can take one of the two ladies, not both. Caden, you're back on. And then for the other person, sure. I'm gonna choose one of the ladies we previously had. Hey, Ashley. You're with me. And my coffee's all gone. How unfortunate. I'm gonna have to make my way back over to the thing again, aren't I? Yep, we're gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take our first break. And probably make sure Caden is spec'd out. Let's get advanced barrier and let's go for medicine, sure. Make a new save. Alright, I'm gonna let you guys look at the void of space and the sun for a little bit. We're gonna take our first break. I roughly take 5 minutes to get up and stretch my legs and like clean up trash around my desk. Just basic bookkeeping things, really. And I usually run 90 seconds of ads. Feel free to get up and stretch for at least that long. Or, you know, thank you for sitting through the ads. But either way, I'll see you at the end of this commercial break. I am back, folks. I am so sorry about that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your commercial break. Ready to do this thing? Hope so. So, what do people think about the, I mean, I haven't done much renegading today, so, all the real stuff's gonna be in, like, the last episodes. I have not edited them together yet. I will probably plan on doing that tomorrow, after I have, a nice, long sit-down with my uncle.
So, Williams, you happy you signed on with Commander Shepard?
I'm not sure, Lieutenant. Every time I think I have a handle on things, the universe bank's hard to port.
Well, don't let anybody know. A big gun and a confident attitude will get you through a lot in life.
Is that a bit of patronization I detect, Caden? Don't know. I'm, like, doing my best to, maintain a good posture, but it is hard when my mic is literally down here. And if it's too close, it obscures my face, and it already kind of does this now. So it's really kind of a lose-lose situation for me. But I make the best of it. I do my best to work around it. That should be it over there. And then now that we have an actual technical specialist, which I guess is practically required for most facets of the game, you can go in and actually take a look at all those crates. I've said it in the vanilla playthrough, I'll say it again. Being able to have access to a good technician is just too important. Okay, so this time we should be able to take care of things while we're here. It's one. And there's the secure crate over here. Yep. Nope. Have to be patient. Alrighty. You ready for a good old-fashioned gunfight? Hope so. You only have a pistol. Actually, I believe you want to be using a assault rifle here, hun. What's your armor situation looking like, Caden? Advanced throw. Sure. I don't know how I didn't, distribute those points, but I apparently did not. And why is there no music? It's like the damnedest thing.
Smell trouble.
Yeah, imagine so. Barrier. Get off. Okay, everyone appears to be alright for right this second. Come on, let's get quickly here.
Lost shields.
Well, then get them back. Shield boost. And we're still on, like, gel pack cooldown.
That's the
Good. good. Oh, that... Oh, and I should mention this. We are playing on one difficulty higher than normal, so... You know, vanilla was kind of a, hey, I'm gonna show you everything that the story has to offer. Here, it's gonna be more like, well... We've seen the story already, so really what we're trying to do is, I wanna unlock medicine. The thing we're really trying to do is just do things better than how we did before. Right, I wanted to check his armor. That was the thing I was wanting to be in the equipment menu for. Well, let's transfer those upgrades. And you can have my old armor, buddy. Sound good? Sure hope so. Alright. We got a couple of, like, House of Horror style rooms to deal with. And then we can move on to the 2 other stations. Yeah, I'll take the ambience over deadpan silence any day of the week. Might not want to get too comfortable with putting away guns just yet. Okay. Yep, and I do remember this. We got toxic gas. Which, thankfully, we aren't gonna be dealing with too much.
All patched up.
We have plenty of metagel to, like, cleanse it off, so to speak. More toxic gas. I don't know what you guys are looking at. We have live targets over here. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else in here. I don't remember there being anything else anyway. You can just skedaddle to the next spot. I'm doing my best to modulate my own personal volume, but I find that I am also just a very loud person in general, and it's hard to do that. Anyone else have problems with, like, whispering? Or, like, talking softly? It's not that I yell at people, I'm just boisterous, I'm loud. My voice has a natural carry to it. So if I'm silent, well, then, okay, let me just make sure. I'm gonna do myself a favor and point the Mako where I want to drive. It'll just be a straight shot. Feels like that episode of Gundam where everyone's kind of prowling around in the big giant ship. You guys probably know the one I'm talking about. The episode where there's a fencing duel between 2 of the Gundam pilots. And, I believe it's the male. Like, he nearly loses his own life in that duel. That's one of the few episodes of Gundam I, like, partially remember. Otherwise, it's kind of a blip for me. Yep. Singularity. That doesn't really stop them from moving around so much. do so. Okay, where are we at exactly? Your shields are being disabled. Hey Caden, can you give this thing a lift? And then we have one over there. Try to like move over. Give myself barrier. There. I think that'll do it. In general, I really don't remember too much of the old animes I watched. I think the most memory I have is like Naruto before like that series. And like the original, I don't remember Shippuden that much. And you know, Boruto, once you know, once that series started becoming more slice of life-ish, I tended not to watch that much. Okay. Unfortunately, I think this is the part where I gotta, like, modify the, effects a little bit more down. I will say, boys and girls, assault rifles make this easy. Sniper rifles make this difficult. Granted, there's only like 1 to 2 shots you really gotta worry about. Still doesn't change the fact that it's more about overloading the barriers than it is about, what can I say? I guess it's just the sniper rifles tend to have a long reloading period. Over where? Oh, that comment was just because you got poisoned. Relax. And the last cluster for sure will have something for us. Can't wait to pick up our specialization while we're here. That'll just be fantastic. And then the specialization became a feature that everybody got access to in ME2, so if you want to know, well, isn't the second game going to be a repeat of the first? Well, not really. At least in terms of, like, its overall plot, it's definitely different. But the mechanics are... Some of them are the same, yes, but lots of them are different. There are always differences between the two. I don't think... Yep, no, I needed to be on the left-hand side there. Just be patient, coin. There we go. Got it. Got any crates we have to worry about? No, we picked up that one already. There, we should be good now. Just gotta shut off the last of the computer. Last of the computers and we're good to go. Let's do this thing. And I could certainly understand why they wouldn't want to nuke this from orbit. I mean, why put a lunar space station to waste? Yeah, despite the fact that this is a Renegade playthrough, I do agree with Hackett's reasons for all of this. Even if we are trying to be, you know, an intergalactic scumbag. Dang it. There we go. Got it. And this time, by shooting the barriers... maybe we can barrier and go from there. There we go. There we go. I never really used the weapon powers much. I'm starting to appreciate them now.
You're good to go.
Anything else? No. Didn't think so. I think, do we have, like, okay, no, I know what it is. The poison gas means our helmets go on. Great. Okay. Thankfully, those drones aren't gonna be able to fire at us. They're just gonna have to wait. Alright, what do we want to fire up here? Maybe, our overkill is ready. Probably have a sab once we let it down. Alright. You. Stab them, please. Ashley, overkill. And I will barrier myself. And then overkill. Nope. You're getting warped. And nope. Where are ya? Overload.
Shield,
don't worry, Ashley. You don't have to worry about that for long.
Area secured.
Thanks, but you're just gonna be yelling some nonsense about,
Enemy sighted!
See what I mean? You're gonna be spouting nonsense about perimeters and enemies. And 1 minus 1. A burst of white. Yep, we've already seen this. A burst of, but I'll read it again. A burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your hard suit's heads-up display interprets it into a series of zeros and ones. They repeat it again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the lights on the final VI cluster flicker and die. Your specialization class will replace your base class and the talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class transfer over to your specialization. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain with each rank in your specialization class. Except you're going to have me take this right now. Oh, really? But we took this before. You know what? We'll go for Nemesis this time. Biotic Specialist who uses Mass Effect fields to inflict heavy damage. Increased duration and damage for all biotic abilities. Improves warp, improves lift. Yep, you got it. And we are now a Nemesis. And how are lift and warp improved? Oh, no, you have to unlock the specializations. That's what it is. Warp's radius by 2 meters and damage per second by 25%. Damage duration biotic abilities by 8. Oh, okay. It's just the top text here. Lift radius by 4 meters. 4 meters. I guess it would behoove us to make sure we've got advanced lift then, huh? Nope. Have to remember what I'm trying to deal with here. And Ashley, why don't you take another point into your class? I think we're good here. Or we would, except my dearest Caden is getting poisoned. Let's fix that. Alright. We're done with the eerie little ship section. The eerie little station section, excuse me. I honestly am having trouble with word retention these days. I think I have to correct a word about every sentence now, which isn't good, I might add. 31, supposed to be spry, not incoherent. Oh well, aging gets to the best of us. Hackett, you got anything to say to us about this? Message? Oh no. Message from Shepard Fan 3000. Hello again, Commander. Thank you for letting me take your picture. I was thinking of making an unofficial Spectre trading card of you, and this picture will do perfectly. I was arguing with this Solarian on the extranet. I said you ought to have a 10 in combat skill, but he said it ought to be an 8 at most. Can you believe that? Just goes to show that the aliens don't fully understand who Commander Shepard is. All the very best, Conrad Werner. Oh, screw off. Dude, we already told you to, lay off with the praise. Go find someone else. You're not having it, though. I'm not really sure what to say, huh? Well, time to put our noses to the old grindstone, huh? Pinnacle Station. There's a bunch of quests we're gonna try to take care of here. Strange transmission. This is the only one. Wait. No, our Pinnacle Station is clearly labeled.
Message coming in, Commander. Big surprise, the Alliance needs you again.
Shepard, this is Admiral Hackett with Alliance Command. We've got a mission for you. An Alliance officer named Major Kyle has set up a small compound in the Hulking Eta cluster. He's attracted a number of followers, mostly biotics. He's become an outspoken critic of the Alliance, and we believe he's mentally unstable. This could be trouble, Shepard.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
3 days ago, we sent 2 Alliance representatives to meet with him at his compound. They've disappeared. We believe Kyle and his followers killed them. That compound is a cult, Shepard. They call him Father Kyle now. He set himself up as some kind of religious leader.
You said his followers were biotics?
Yes. Major Kyle never showed any biotic tendencies himself, though. I think he's just latched onto a group he identifies with. Many biotics feel marginalized or ostracized by society. Kyle probably sees them as victims who need his protection, and they see him as someone who will fight for them. Unfortunately, he's convinced them that the Alliance is somehow responsible for all their problems. We can't let him go on like this.
What were those Alliance representatives going to talk to Major Kyle about?
They wanted to bring him back to an Alliance facility for treatment. Major Kyle served us faithfully for many years. We weren't going to abandon him. Given his state of mind, however, he probably saw them as a threat. We're almost certain he had his followers killed him.
What else can you tell me about Major Kyle?
He used to be a model soldier, but something happened to him at Torfin. Too many Alliance soldiers died under his command. Couldn't cope with the guilt. His psych evaluations showed he couldn't handle the stress of command anymore. He was given an honorable discharge in early retirement. We'd hoped he would get better in time, but we underestimated how far gone he was. Now it looks like it's too late.
You want me to kill him?
How permanent of a solution are you looking for?
We don't want this to turn into a massacre, Commander. Kyle is dangerous. I trust you to use your judgment. Hack it out.
Bloodbath. Where's my Tira voice line when I need one? Mm-hmm. More surveys? Oh, in case anyone... I'm doing my best to be a little hellion as much as I can be. It's not easy, though, especially with, my natural tendency would be to reason with people about stuff like this. But we're not here to reason with people. We're here to get the job done. In however we can do it. Whatever would be most expedient, would be the quickest, and would be the most efficient, so we could get back to doing what we want to do, which is causing trouble and extorting people, clearly. We're gonna land, and of course we gotta take a technician with us. I'm gonna have it be Caden this time, because I don't want Tally to see our depravity. I'm trying to, like, shield her. We are gonna take Rex, though. Are you ready to eviscerate some poor sods? And, you know, of course, level up Rex a bit. That is what we're going to have to do, is level up Rex. Got 6 points, 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there. Sounds good. How geared are you? Ah, right. I keep forgetting there's like a bit of an orange tint on my computer now. Everything is practically in orange. What are you wearing? It is heavy armor. Good. Just transfer the upgrades. And then as for the assault rifle... Oh, I want whatever this is. Or not. I guess I like my tsunami. What can I say? Hey, Rex. Would you like a good assault rifle? How about some harpoon rounds? And, a hyper rail. How would you like all of that? Yeah, because we're going to be shredding some idiots. Warning. Yep. I like the fact that these planets do in fact have labels where we can fight all the Thresher Maws. That's nice. Nice flat arena. Complete with plenty of dunes for us to have difficulty. Okay, tentacles? No, I don't see any. We just have... Oh, never mind. Gotta play nice with the tentacles today. More tentacles. I think we're definitely going to deal with them this time. Are we good? Good. It's either V or I think it's R. Yeah, it's R. There we go. Alright, let's get to work. It's the biotic compound. Yeah, we're basically kind of like wanting to go sort of around and wait till the very last possible moment before we deal with the biotic compound. Yeah, we're gonna be able to make it up there. That's our next question. How would you guys operate in a hostage situation? I mean, obviously that's kind of hard to answer, because what kind of hostage situation am I talking about? Ones like these where we can sort of sit back and see what the right solution is, as long as all people are doing is sort of gathering people and not really killing people en masse. You have some time to think of a solution. Whereas with the current Israeli-Palestinian hostage crisis, we really don't have the luxury of time. It really stinks what's happening out there. As I often remind my friends, there are no good guys in war. Don't let anyone deceive you. There are lots of psyops running out there. Many of them would love to tell you who the bad guy is. Don't believe them. Do your own homework. Do as much homework as you are allowed to do so. Sift through the propaganda. Sure, take it in. But that's just it. Take it in. Decide for yourself which cause you're going to support. And if that means digging through 200 years worth of history and many of the religious tenets and psychological backgrounds of the people involved in war, then I think you should do that. Rather than rush to a decision. Obviously, time is not on our side, but there are no good guys in war. Ever. There are defensive wars, but even then, I'm not sure we'd call the Ukrainians good people, just victims. Victims do have a right to defend themselves. But the Ukrainian people are not free from blemishing. But at least with the Russia Ukraine war, we do know who the clear aggressor is. In the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, we really don't know who the clear, real aggressor is, as it's decades or even centuries, perhaps even a millennia of unfettered hatred by both sides for the other. There is no clear solution, and it's easy to say, well, at least children aren't being burned or beheaded, but look at the longer term picture. Go back 100, 200, 100 years. What were the Israeli people doing then? Were they such nice people to the Gazans? No, probably not. My understanding of it is that they've been denying the Gazans food, water, and electricity for a while, and they only now just cranked out no internet, like cutting all that stuff off. That, which, by the way, is a clear war crime. If we're going to show outrage that Russia attempted to do this to Ukraine, we should definitely show outrage that the Israelis are doing this to the Gazans. Definitely should be showing outrage. Those are literal war crimes that Israel is getting ready to be excused for. Terrorist attacks don't justify everything. There's a certain threshold where there's retaliation, and then there's war. Israel has moved beyond the point of retaliation into war.
Let's get moving.
Thank you for the simple gold chunk. I don't know. I am neither a Palestinian nor an Israeli, and so my heart goes out to the innocent people who are just caught in the middle of centuries-long hatred that both governments have done nothing but foment and stir up. And not just governments, but religious leaders too. They've done nothing but foment that. Two-state solution, folks. The two-state solution is required. Should have been done a long time ago. Maybe we're past that point now, but... Or, you know, worst case, you know, maybe extract the Israelis, get them out of there. Let the other side simply have that land. You know, some would probably say that that sort of torment is prophesized of in the Bible, where it seems like the Jewish people, God's chosen, never get to keep their homes. And most of the time it's usually because they've done something stupid, like worship images of golden bulls. Or something along those lines. I don't know. My heart just feels for people and would prefer this conflict come to an end. There are 3 conflicts that have still not fully been resolved. Not to mention the ones that are just constantly ongoing. Someone would have to tell me, but is there still like a India and Pakistan like dispute over borders going on? Is that still happening? Because if so, that's like encounter number 4. The 3 I'm familiar with are the Ethiopian Civil War, the Russo-Ukraine War, and now the Israel-Palestine conflict. And my heart feels for the innocent people caught up in the midst of government folly. I know it's easy to say that government is capable of doing good things, and perhaps it is, but too often it stokes the flames of division. Too often government gets in the way of good, honest civilian efforts. And there's no reason. The only reason it exists is because of because we have a contract set up, the social contract, which demands that some form of governance exists. Don't know why we're pulling out the, you know, combat HUD for that, but whatever. And I think we had the anomaly I'm not sure we ever checked out. Yeah, my heart feels for innocent people caught in the middle. I am a Christian. By all rights, I should be supporting Israel right now. And it's not that no small part of me, it's not that I don't support them. The terrorist attack never should have happened. But the terrorist attack that did happen was a result of a centuries-long grudge fomented by multiple groups over conditions in the Gaza Strip. And probably before that. Let's also not forget that Israel sits in a part of the world that wants them dead, just wiped off the face of the earth. Iran said as much during one of the UN meetings. They literally said it, and they were laughed at. When people tell you they're awful, believe them. And note that when I say Iran, I mean the Iranian government. Not its people. Its people want no part of that. Most people usually don't want to be part of vicious government atrocities. And I myself, as a U.S. citizen, abhor the U.S. government's war machine. I'm not a fan of the U.S. military. Never have been. But I still support. I do support Israel in some capacities regarding recent events. However, that support is dwindling rather quickly. I do support the, Palestinian people caught in the middle. And it's hard to tell whether the Palestinians elected Hamas to do what they did, or Hamas acted of its own free will to do what it did. It's strange. I know. We come here looking for good vibes and good times, but sometimes the state of the world must simply be talked about. American escapism is long since dead, and we should take the world seriously. Now is not a time to take our gaze off of it. So even as we sit here, I will use some of the time to talk about it. Like I said, no good guys in war. Let's not forget that. Neither the Israeli nor the Palestinian government they elected are good. Government is not your friend. Government will do what it has to do to cut corners, save time, save money, and be as efficient as possible with its actions. The government is a business that can go into the red for any reason, including philosophical molehills in which only the government wants to die for. All the ideologues and all the people who talk tough, or even the people's champions. People elect their champions to get into government, and they become corrupted by the government, by government interests over time. How it always is. Term limits or not, people having power over others is just a very dangerous thing. Sorry, there was a gnat there. Okay, I'm doing my best to ignore this, but clearly I can't get to it from here. Guess we're just gonna have to go down and around and probably across. Ugh. Should just go to the biotic compound and come back on the other side and deal with it later. And anyone who's in the recent conflict is saying, well, regarding the bombing of a Gazan hospital, Israel provided evidence. No, it did not. It provided video evidence and audio clips that, at least with the video evidence, they retracted. They retracted that. I forget which department is the Israeli government did this, but they made a statement confirming the strike and then took it back. They had to walk that back. I think it was someone internal to the IDF. They had to back up that statement, and then they tried to claim something different happened during the faulty rocket blast that killed at least 500 people in that hospital, many of whom were civilians, some of which might have been, Hamas's, people hiding out in there, but many more of them were not. And several people have already scrutinized that video evidence, and furthermore, the audio log that they use to try to exonerate themselves is also a smear piece, a hit job. People have already come out and said that the two men talking, those two Pakistani men that talked, no, not Pakistani, Palestinian men, excuse me, sounded Israeli. They sounded soft and calm during a rocket strike, which I guess it's not impossible for people to be calm during a hit job, a terrorist attack on a hospital, but usually people would be barking orders over comms, not calmly reminding people where the bombing takes place. There are just several things in that audio clip that don't add up. And how incompetent does the Israeli government have to be to only tap into that single communication? It also doesn't help that the evidence they provided is in the postmodern era, the post-information age, where you have AI that can deep fake things. it's very likely that the IDF could have been, like, preparing a deep fake. If they were trying to do that, they did a very, very crappy job, and they aren't really going to be able to get ahead of public opinion on this one. Just accept that you bombed a damn hospital, take the flak you're going to take for it, and continue along with your war that I'm sure no one really wants to participate in. I don't know why the calculus for that decision has to be difficult for the Israeli people. Well, specifically the Israeli government. Let me be really clear about that. I don't think the Israeli people want any part of this. The conflict is just disgusting from all sides. And I would say the same thing of the Russia-Ukraine war, because I'm sure there were some things going on behind the scenes with Ukraine involving us that dispel their innocence in their own conflict. They certainly didn't provoke an attack, but what were they doing in the background that had Russia... Uh-oh. And the game crashed. Fitting. Very fitting. They're gonna try again, of course, but I may have to do what I did last time and update the mods again. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try again. And it isn't like the teleport display isn't working. It's just that the game crashed, which I totally wasn't expecting, and dang it, I don't think I saved. That's what I get. I deserve that for talking about sensitive world issues. Especially when maybe I might not. In fact, I think most citizens probably haven't exactly done their homework on it. There's no way I can read everything regarding the conflict and make like sound comments on it. There are only like 3-4 groups of people that I would consider to be privy to information. The U.S. Information apparatus, the Israeli information apparatus, the Hamas information apparatus, and the Iranian information apparatus. We're going to try going for the warning, and if I have to do that all over again, I'm probably going to just cut the stream there so that I can verify the Steam files and make sure they're working properly. I really don't want people to just sit there and watch a black screen while I do that. Yup. Okay, we're gonna load. Yep, that's fine. And I'll play up to the point where we deal with the biotic compound as well. There's no reason for people to sit through that. My apologies for the stream not being longer, but most likely it's just a Steam file corrupted sometime over the past couple of weeks. And I'll have to go through and update all the mods too. There are quite a few that have had updates, and this will give me the time to do that. Before I go, I'm gonna give you guys a person you can go check out. If you guys would like to just watch some silly stuff happening, kind of a late night stream, I recommend checking out Patty. He's kind of a prolific speedrunner. He does lots of stuff. He's well known in several circles. I don't really frequent his channel much anymore, but I still have him on my follow, I still follow him, just so I can keep an eye on everything in there. Yeah. Sorry, guys. That's, kind of how the cookie crumbles sometimes. We will be on YouTube tomorrow. Or rather, you know, in 8-ish hours from now. Come check me out on YouTube. youtube.com/swirlingvortex09. I will have, some Elix prepared for us. I'll have to go and review the footage from the last stream so I remember where we were and what we're doing. But I will do that. I have a Discord server if you'd like to come check that, like, discuss serious topics, kind of like the potential World War starting events going on across the globe. I have a space just for that on my Discord server, and relatively few Discord servers out there have a space for such things. If they are, they're like heavily bot mediated. So come on over. I'll get your role sorted out. We can get everything taken care of. Sounds fun. Otherwise, you can come over to the Discord anyway. What the heck happened? Like the music just stopped all of a sudden. Anyway. I don't really think I've earned too much beyond the Discord shill. All the other algorithmic stuff that I would suggest that you do is below the video, like, display on my Twitch page. Go check that out. My Linktree also has links to the most pertinent stuff. If you like the content, be sure to leave a follow. That way, I know that... that way you know when I'm streaming next time. I'll do my best to make sure I, stay on schedule. And all that other fun stuff. That's it. Not chilling any more than that. Thank you guys so much. My name is Coin, or Swirling Vortex, or Steven. You could call me any of those three things, and this has been another episode of, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Mass Effect 1, Renegade with mods. You guys are welcome in my hallowed halls anytime. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.